Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to It's in the Blood. What's going on, Dad?
Trying to calm down a little bit, get ready to do this again.
Heck yeah, I'm ready to go. I mean, I know in our title description, I went back after I set it up and forgot to add the Reds in there, but I just feel like there's a lot of stuff going on, and it's not like everything in that stuff is major, but I wanted to like throw the Reds in because I do have a little bit to talk about with them as well. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited to kick the day off. I just been bouncing around watching live streams all night.
So, for all intents and purposes, I believe starting with the Reds is probably the best place for us to start tonight.
Well, I'm still really fired up about last night in the NBA Finals game, so that's kind of why I put it first.
Okay, well, let's
I
go
know
there.
our normal is to start with the Reds, but we haven't seen the Reds play, and so that's why I followed the NBA Finals with the All Star game, which was I felt like a good leading into the Reds going into they start playing tomorrow again. But I am just first of all, hey, what's up, Shelby? I think she got off work a little early tonight, so she's gonna actually get to hang out with us all night.
Sweet.
And anybody in here that hasn't, I posted the link right here for the Card Sharks channel. We're gonna have a new football card opening video tomorrow. It's gonna premiere, I think, around 9 o'clock. There's a lot of good stuff in there. Dad was with us when we opened that box of football cards, and it was our first time opening them, and I was very impressed with those. So definitely go and subscribe to Card Shark so you don't miss out on that tomorrow. Also, man, I understand you're a Chicago guy, but the Cubs is just not it for me.
Hey, well, you know what? I mean, there's something to talk about there because they're going to be traders. They're going to be sellers at the deadline. They're probably going to they're probably going to clean house in Chicago, and that's
I
going to be a
agree.
big topic.
I agree. And also, what's up, Frederick? I've seen you on a couple of the live streams tonight, so it's nice to see you in ours. But anyway, to the NBA Finals. I don't know if you watched it. I
I did.
missed game 3, so I watched every minute of game 4 because, like, once NBA is over, there's no basketball for a while. And so I figured I'm really pulling for the Suns right now. And so I'm going to enjoy it while it's here. But anyway, this game, the Bucks came out on top. The Suns led the entire game for the most part. Um, no, Marty, I'm just giving you crap. As a Reds fan, you're not supposed to like the Cubs, and so I do not. But anyway, I have a lot of issues with that game last night, and it's
Me
not even
too.
because the Suns lost. There was just from start to finish, I had so many problems with that game. I know the big controversy right now is, Devin Booker on his fifth foul. He very obviously fouled that guy in the last minute or two, and it was a no call. I've seen stuff all over Twitter saying, Devin Booker's the first player to play in the finals with 6 fouls and just crazy stuff like that. Look, I get that, and but I just feel like I know that Milwaukee's playing from behind, so they had a little bit more of an edge to win the ball game, and they were playing hard, which much respect to that. But I just feel like a lot of things they did was uncalled for, and them being in Milwaukee kind of helped their case in that scenario. But I just didn't like it. It was really hard to watch.
Um, I'll say that the officiating got a little out of control. Devin Booker definitely fouled at the 3:41 mark on that. He was playing very aggressively with his 5 fouls. You know what? He may have fouled out, but from the referee that made the call, he said, from my perspective, all I saw was his hand get on the ball. After that, the contact to me was secondary, and which was kind of true, except for he grabbed him before he went up to try to stop him. That being said, okay, the officiating had a bunch of issues in there tonight. Uh, the other part of that game that really upset, the thing that upset me was And the reason that the Suns lost was the play of Chris Paul.
Yeah, that was another one, other than the controversial talk about Devin Booker is, the Chris Paul had 5 turnovers himself. And I'm not
And
saying it was all his fault because the team had like 17 turnovers as of where the Bucks had like maybe 3 or 4.
well,
And
in the
so
last, what I was going to get at in the last 3 or 4 minutes, when he got down to that part in the game, that's where he's supposed to, Devin Booker's going to score the points, but he's supposed to take care of the ball. And there was a
yeah,
couple
I
run
mean,
out.
it felt like he like washed his hands with butter every time he got onto the court because he was like in very good spots to make something happen to either you tie the game up, get them ahead, add to their lead, and it was just like it slipped, right out of his hand every time. I that last really bad turnover, which I think was the turning point in the solidifying the Bucks were going to win. Right before it happened, I said. And here comes Chris Paul's turnover. And sure enough, he bounced the ball and it just slipped. It kept going. And I was like, man, I'm a future teller or something. I don't know. But like it really hurt my soul.
And then at the end of the game, him going to the basket where he had no chance to score the hoop and getting blocked. At that point, he felt like it was on him. So then there was a bad shot that he took. He made some very crucial mistakes down the stretch that a guy of his tenure shouldn't make. Devin Booker played a little too aggressively the whole game. When he was in the
I
game,
don't think he played that aggressive the whole game. I think he played dominant. Like I think he did a really good job. I think his age came into play, how he's still a younger player. That last couple minutes, even at the 4 foul mark, he started. There was some really just bad calls, and it was getting to him. Like it was his mentality that made him do the things he did in the last couple minutes. And like I said, I think that comes with he still has some room to mature, and I think the pressure really got to him, and he started getting so mad that his emotions got the best of him.
Yeah, I agreed. And that was what was bad about that game. They controlled that game for 3 quarters, and they really lost it just in the last 5 minutes of the game. And that's
Well, I
where
mean, also on top of that is all of their starters were in foul trouble by the third quarter, and a lot of them were ticky-tacky fouls that got them there. And so that's what Shelby was saying, about some of the fouls that they didn't call on Milwaukee. If those fouls had been called and they still called the same ones on the Suns, I think we'd still be in a different scenario by the end of the game. More people on their team would have been in foul trouble, and I feel like it would have been played, just as aggressive, but not so dirty.
right. And real quick, after Frederick Romano was in here, Marty Bristol, Metal Angler, Scuba Sonia,
Team Sonia.
and Michigan Magnet. Man, Sonia, you and Tanner, y'all about had me broke down. So you all were really close today. I don't have anything but good words to say, and thank you very much. But you almost made me break down. I had to leave. I had to walk away from the computer for a minute.
I literally texted Shelby and was like, "Hey, I think Dad's about to cry on the live stream."
Dang it, you guys are fantastic. I love you both. But anyway, I don't want to go back there because I'll well up again. But I just felt like the last 7 minutes of that game got really ugly and sloppy, and where they should have pulled ahead and finished them off, they didn't. And I hope that isn't a crucial mistake going forward.
I mean, I watched like a lot of the post game stuff, not the talk shows, because like a lot of times if there's a bad game played, most of the time the talk show people really just make me mad. And so I was watching like the team interviews, like with Monty Williams and a lot of the Suns associates, and like they basically said like there are only like small things that needed to be fixed to win that game. It was nothing like major. And like Milwaukee having almost 20 offensive rebounds, and just small things like that they know they can fix. And so I think them going back to Phoenix, I don't think anything is going to look like it did last night. And so I think this, I feel like it's still going to be a battle. because Milwaukee has finally figured out how to play tough defense. Um, but I still think the Suns are going to come out on top in Phoenix, like with ease, but it's not going to be nearly as ugly and dirty and messy because, like Shelby said that too, we're in the chat, that this game was just messy. And I'm not even talking the last 5-7 minutes of the fourth quarter. From the tip off, every minute of that game, there was turnovers. People were just throwing the ball back and forth between teams. Like it was just a mess. Like both sides need to settle down to be able to play a game that doesn't look that horrible. Like that literally looked like a high school basketball game, but they put like the cheerleaders who have never played sports before on at those two teams. Like it was like very uncoordinated from both sides.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. That was the ugliest game of the series, but that's kind of the way that Milwaukee wanted it played. They wanted it played ugly. They got their tempo, but I mean, I just hope that it doesn't come back to haunt Phoenix. I mean, I really do, because I feel like they deserve this championship. So
I think now that they have a clean slate, and by clean slate I mean it's even up 2-2. They need to treat it like when they started the series, when they were 0-0. Like I think that's the mentality Phoenix has to go into it. Like, yeah, we just dominated however many series to get to the finals. Let's start fresh. We're at home. Like I think they need to take that mindset. Because they were much more settled down in game 1 than they have been in 2, 3, and 4. And so, like, I think they just need to backtrack, look at what's going on, and be like, hey, listen, that was bad. So let's try something better and then go from there. And, like, Monty Williams, I have a lot of respect for him as a coach. He's been very calm about these last 2 losses, and, like, the one the night before was just horrible, or the game before. But last night, he had a lot of good things to say about his team, and even despite the ugly loss. And so I have a lot of respect for him as a coach, and I think they're going to be fine going into Game 5.
Yeah, I think they're going to be fine. Last night, just watching it just bothered me, and it's not really the subject that I just don't feel like after the play of Chris Paul was so horrible.
I didn't even finish it. I literally just turned the TV off and threw the remote. I was like, I can't watch this. I'm done. It was just so ugly.
But, and I was going to ask you, I mean, and maybe changing back to the All Star game stuff for this week. I know that you have never been as high on baseball as you have been this year. You've gotten all of a sudden you've taken an affinity for watching. Tell me what you thought about the whole All Star weekend thing. I mean, I think that's probably maybe only the second time you've ever sit and really watched one, right?
Yeah, and I didn't even watch the Home Run Derby live. I actually watched it in its entirety today. So, we already talked about it and everything, but I just watched it, like, actually. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's really hard to call it an All-Star weekend, because it was like Tuesday or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I think the NBA Finals had a lot into play of when they got to do their All-Star weekend. It was really strange, and there was a lot of things that I didn't understand. Yeah, like there was a massive roster. There were, they interchanged players, especially the pitchers, like over and over again, which is, understandable being there's so many pitchers in the All-Star break. But what I didn't understand was, Shohei came out for the American League and pitched 1 inning and didn't pitch again. But that guy who came out for the National League pitched like 2 or 3 innings. And I didn't quite understand that because there was a lot of pitchers that were in the All-Star game that did not get to play.
And some of them were coaches' decisions that they weren't going to play. Some of them had pitched really close to the break and their arm wasn't quite ready. So there was multiple reasons for not pitching all of them. But yeah, it was a little different.
What's his name? I always forget his name when I go to talk about him. The Reds guy who's a Yankee.
Aroldis Chapman?
Yeah, he was there, and I really wanted to watch him pitch because I don't watch the Yankees play. And, I have another topic once we get through this before we go straight to the Reds that is of the sports world and concern to me. But yeah, there was a lot of pitchers in there that I really wanted to see. Not even just pitchers, like a lot of players I wanted to see. And also since Marty said something about the Cubs, this is not geared towards him in any manner. This is mostly towards Mark, but I find it really funny that the Cubs did not have a single starter in the All Star game. They only had two players. One was a pitcher, and the other one was Chris Bryant. But they've been struggling. I understand that, but all in all, they have like a actually pretty impressive lineup. They're just not winning games, and so the fact that only Chris Bryant basically made it into the All Star game is hilarious to me.
Yeah, that Cubs team has not been consistent at all. They've been either.
I mean, like Javi, I expected Javi in there.
He's played horribly though. I mean, he's not. He's nobody's played up to the expectations this year, and their pitching has been what's been kind of carrying them through. So, yeah, I can kind of get it.
The fact that we're like 6, 7 games, 8 games above 500 for the first time since 2014, and the Cubs are way below us at this point. It's just like a really good feeling to be a Reds fan right now. Like,
Oh no,
we're
it's
above the Cardinals and the Cubs. You can't argue that the Brewers team isn't good. Look, we've had a lot of success against them, but outside of us, they've had a lot of success everywhere. And so I'm not mad that they're the team that's above us, but the fact that the Cardinals and the Cubs and the Pirates are all just failing behind us, it's a really good time to be a Reds fan this year.
yeah. So I was listening to MLB Network today, and they were going the start. These teams past the All Star break, and they were talking about no team in baseball has a more critical 6 days than the Cincinnati Reds. They got a 3-game series with Milwaukee and a 3-game series with the Mets, and that's two of the teams that they have to beat if they want to make it into the playoffs. So
As long as we take 2 from Milwaukee, I can't be mad. If we can take 2 at least from Milwaukee, that will put us only 2 games behind, and I'll be feeling good.
Actually, it'll be 3 because they'll have to win 1, so that'll negate one of ours. There are 4 games out right now, so it'll be 3. But still,
either way, 3 games right at the start of the second half. We're already in a good spot compared to where we were.
No, and that's absolutely it. And then we got these 6 days, and if they play well these 6 days, and after that, after the 6 days, then you've got the trade deadline coming up, and now they're talking that we are in a buyer's market. We are going to be looking for that piece.
I just keep hearing things about Trevor Story. Every single person I've said that to that's a Reds fan, they're like, I don't know. Like, no, that's never going to happen. That's never going to happen. But I'm like, out of all the possible trades we could be getting into, that is the only one I've continuously heard about.
Sonia, let me comment to that really fast. We do put quite a bit of thought into everything that we do, but we don't have a lot of extra time to promote a lot. So we're growing a slow grow. I feel like this is going to be really good. We've got tons of content that we can produce. Just wait till football season. If you think this is good, chat, wait until I get her on after a Sunday day of football in here. You think she's a star now? Wait, you just wait until September.
You don't even know. There's only like 11 days until training camp. It's not like I've been counting or anything, but the reason that 11 days is really significant to me is because we will find out the truth about Aaron Rodgers in 11 days.
Can I tell you what's going to happen? And let's just.
I've already made up my mind. I have a final decision. Like, I already know.
Yeah, he's playing. He's going to be a Packer.
He's going to be a Packer, but they're going to work out a way to cancel out the last 2 years of his contract, and he's going to play 1 more year there. Either retire or play somewhere else. Also, Tanner, every time I talk football somewhere and you mention something about being a Lions fan, it just breaks my heart for you. I'm not even gonna talk crap about you guys, but
Hey, you
it
know
truly
what?
breaks my heart.
Detroit Lions pick number 1 in the 2022 draft.
That's not gonna happen. That's gonna be the Houston Texans. The Lions are gonna have pick number 2.
You know what? That Adam Schefter. I mean, of course, you know Adam Schefter, but he was on a radio show, and I got a copy of the audio of that. And by listening to him the other day, it
He
looks
said, "I
like
just want a playoff win in my lifetime." Yeah, you guys really messed up getting rid of Stafford. He's going to do so well this year that it's going to be insane. Like I
hey
just
Tanner.
know he's going to be in the AFC Championship, and the Lions did the right thing for letting him go, though. So I have a lot of respect for that organization for not letting him die there.
Tanner, just do like everybody else did. Follow the guy. He's a good quarterback, and he has a chance to win a Super Bowl out there. Be a Rams fan this year. It doesn't hurt that bad.
Yeah, like I don't know. It's just I'm happy Jared Goff went there. I don't like him, and it's not that I don't like the Lions, but that's where quarterbacks go to die. And so, you know, he went from living a high life in LA to now he's living in Detroit, and so I hope he does well because I want to see the organization do well. And there's a lot of people on that team. They got Panay, dude, and I'm so upset the Bengals didn't pick him up. I'm happy with Chase. I'm done being sad about it, but I'm just hoping Panay keeps Jared Goff alive and proves that he was worth the Bengals time and money. Like, I just want him to be a star lineman.
I agreed. We fought about this over before the draft. Getting Jamar Chase, another weapon, that's a win for the Bengals. But Panay was probably the best choice out of that draft.
I think since you can't change what's happened, I think the Bengals made the best choice they thought they should make. And, I didn't agree with it. It took me weeks, like literally weeks of me sitting at the house being mad. I almost broke my phone when I was watching the draft and they said Jamar Chase's name. Like, I was so mad. I was like, if you're going to get a position player, you should have went after Pitts. Like, that was it for me. But so, weeks and weeks later, I calmed down and I thought about it. And I was like, this could be the for real move because, a lot of people, not a lot of people, everybody criticizes everything Cincinnati does. It's just the way it goes. And, thinking about what they're saying and everything, they said they did no work to their offensive line. First of all, they got rid of Bobby Hart. He was cancer. He was literally cancer for that offensive line. And they got rid of him. They brought this veteran O-line in. They drafted Trevor Lawrence's bodyguard. They really did put in some work. It wasn't like 100%. Like, that line is not like the 100% ideal line you'd want because the only way that was going to happen was with Panay. But I'm very happy with the moves that they did. I think they really did improve their defense, whether the critics want to believe that or not. And I think they did beef up the offensive line to make it, marginal at best, but way better than what it was. And then, you got Jamar Chase, who had 1,700 yards with Joe Burrow in 2019. And look, that's college numbers, but even half of that as a rookie is a lot of yards. And so, but you've also got a stud in T. Higgins, and you've got a stud in Tyler Boyd who can teach T. Higgins and Jamar Chase so much from being a veteran. It's like the problem in Pittsburgh is Juju is their veteran wide receiver, and he's younger than I am. Like, that's not a veteran. Tyler Boyd, he's seen it all. He's seen the worst and the best. And so, like, he's got a lot to teach these two guys. And I think, I think Jamar Chase is a safe running for Rookie of the Year next year. He won't win it if any of those quarterbacks do good because it always goes to a quarterback. But I think he has the potential to break Justin Jefferson's record of 1,400 yards as a rookie.
Oh, absolutely. If the chips fall in the correct position, then Jamar Chase is going to have an excellent season. All they got to do is give Joe Burrow a couple seconds behind the line there, and
I
that's all
think
they
he only
really need
needs
to
maybe
do.
one more second than he had last year. Because
Oh
look
yeah,
at what he did do without a line. Yeah, he got hurt, but look at the stuff before that.
oh yeah, absolutely. And I mean, we jumped topics really fast there. As far as the All Star game went, I mean, we can skip right back. And so you didn't quite like how they format it, where everybody just kind of comes in and out for a minute or two and kind of goes.
I think my favorite part of that game was the mic being put on random people, and the people that were running the TV announcing were just sitting there talking to him. And then that first baseman was like, they're going to walk Aaron Judge, and I don't want him to be over here because he's going to make me look short, and I'm 6'4". And he was like, oh, great, he walked him. Here he comes. Like, just listening to their commentary. Like, they even had Chris Bryant mic'd up out in the field and just random guys, and I thought it was so funny.
I liked listening to Ozzy Albies from the Braves and Fernando Tatis.
Oh
Those two
yeah,
were.
I feel like Tatis has that same voice that Trey Young has that just makes me laugh. But I feel like it fits Tatis. It didn't fit Trey Young.
Yeah, I mean that game was like it wasn't a very exciting game to watch, but
No, because the National League never wins.
never wins.
They've
That's,
lost like 8 in a row now.
yeah, I wasn't surprised at the outcome. The home run derby was, Pete Alonso is a madman, but that
I mean,
Mancini.
but the thing about Pete Alonso, yeah, I'm giving him credit where credit is due. He did win, and he won fairly. But the guy pitching to him hit the ball in the exact same spot almost every single pitch. Like, he couldn't have been pitched more perfectly.
Well,
And so they let them pick who pitches
yeah,
to
you
him.
get to pick your own pitcher.
And so,
So
like, he was a genius for picking him, and, like, well deserved. He should have won just from being able to pitch the best pitcher to him.
absolutely, and you know what? I mean it turned out the way it turned out. I got to see Jesse Winker play, and I was glad to see that. Nick Castellanos got glad to see him get to play. And that all being said, so we got to watch that part of it. I was wishing that they would have won, but so be it. I'm more worried
really
about.
happy for Vladimir Gutierrez Jr. He won the MVP.
Oh,
Guerrero. Yeah, I literally I sat there and thought about it, and I still got it wrong.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. Well, Gutierrez.
Well, it's because I don't call him by his name. I just call him Vladdy Jr.
Yeah, but it was yeah, he crushed that ball. It was a 500-foot home run. So
Yeah, it was like the longest in an All-Star game in like a really long time. And also, he's like the third father-son duo officially to ever do it. It was like King Griffey and Junior and Senior, and then somebody else, and then Vladdy and Daddy Vladdy.
Vladdy and Daddy Vladdy. So all that being said, that's over. We get a baseball game tomorrow night.
Yeah, before we get into the Reds, like I just want to like talk about something very briefly that like I watched a lot of NFL Live and Around the Horn and like every one of those shows today. Like that was how most of my day was spent for the first half. And like I saw that there was COVID issues with the Yankees.
Yes.
And they were supposed to play tonight against the Red Sox, which, probably would have been a decent game because I feel like the Red Sox are really hot and the Yankees are supposed to be hot no matter what. And then they ended up canceling the whole game. But they won't release who it was. But one of the Yankees All Stars was one of the guys who basically spread COVID to their whole team. And he spent the week in Colorado with all of the All Stars.
I wonder if that was Aroldis Chapman.
It might have been, but I was thinking it was probably like Aaron Judge or something because it wouldn't say his name.
I mean, Aroldis Chapman, they said they wasn't going to let him pitch.
It's just either way.
I thought that was kind of
Somebody with COVID spent the whole week with all of the All Stars of the MLB, and now there's a game canceled, and now they're acting like this is going to spread.
yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, Alex, you'll have to go ahead and promote Bucci and let her drop a link in here for somebody that she's trying to help their channel.
I only have it on my phone. I can't.
I can log into it. Anywho.
But anyway, yeah, it's not something I want to go in depth about because I kind of want to get over the whole COVID. And, the last thing I want to think about is COVID taking sports away again. Um, Nothing has ever made me more distraught in my entire life. That's something that got this big and took away sports and music at the same time from me. And it was just I don't want that to come back. I don't want that to be another thing we have to deal with. And the fact they closed their first game, since April, we've been fine, and all of a sudden we're not fine anymore, and they're shutting games down, and I don't want to head. I just don't want to think about that, but at the same time, like they talked about it multiple times today, and about how big of a deal it was.
Yeah, I didn't realize it. I heard him talking about it a little bit, but I just didn't realize that it was going to cancel the game. So that really kind of screws me.
The first game canceled due to COVID since April 14th.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I don't know. It just sucks thinking about it. And I just hope whoever was in Colorado didn't touch anybody, didn't mess with anybody, because I didn't want anything to get wild, Like, I don't want this to become a sports outbreak. Like, baseball is at we're doing good right now in baseball, and so like don't take it away from us when we start doing good.
Right. I mean, no doubt. So you were starting to talk a little bit about. We were talking a little bit about NFL today, and this seems like this Aaron Rodgers and this Deshaun Watson stuff, they're getting really close to having some of that squared away.
What I heard about Deshaun Watson today, because I heard about both of them at the same time, is like, as soon as this stuff comes clear, he's going to be playing football somewhere. But they don't know that it'll even be finished this whole year until next season. Like, and so we might not get an answer about that for a long time. And hey, what's up, Marky? But the Aaron Rodgers will know in 11 days. We'll know 100% in 11 days what the fate of Aaron Rodgers for the next year is going to be. And I've come to terms that I believe that he is going to be a Packer for at least one more year. But he does have 3 years left on his contract.
Yeah, I figure how that's going to work is that he's going to get traded at the end of the season. He's going to shut his mouth and play football.
I think the only way he'd even consider playing is if they win a Super Bowl.
But yeah, I mean,
that's not going to happen. But that's the only way. I think they should still get Jordan Love ready.
Oh, the Jordan Love's going to take all the reps. Well, unless I think when training camp starts when?
In 11 days.
11 days. I guarantee you Aaron Rodgers will be at training camp playing football.
Yeah.
I
mean, if he's not going to be in Green Bay playing football, he's going to be somewhere playing football in 11 days.
I bet you he's in Green Bay playing football. He plays out this year, and then they work out a mutual separation, and he gets traded.
Or retires.
If they don't trade him, he'll retire, yeah. But I bet he plays this year because I don't think he wants to be that guy.
No, he doesn't want to be there. He made it really clear. He won't say it out in the open, but yeah, that's just a fact.
Yeah, I look for him to be very well gone. But, I mean, we're still back to the point. and it looks like everybody is dead set. But hold on.
I agree, Tanner. I think he should retire and not pull a Brett Favre. But at the same time, over the last couple months, everything he said and done is mimicking Brett Favre to a T. He lost his shit the same way that Brett Favre did when he got drafted, and then now with Jordan Love, and then statistically showing no Packer quarterback plays more than 16 years. That's what Brett Favre did, and he might retire and come back and play for Minnesota for all we know. But like I just feel like I don't know, something's not right in Aaron Rodgers' head right now, and I understand why he's mad, but like I also don't understand, like, at the end of the day, he shouldn't have signed that contract if he didn't want to be there that many more years.
Well, and at the same time, that makes him an employee. And, no matter how much you scream about your boss and your job, there's not much you can do about your boss. You can call for their head. It's generally not going to happen. And usually you just have to shut your mouth and go back to work if you want a paycheck. So
Right.
I feel like that holds true even if you're a $40 million guy.
No, yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter how much money it is. If it's your job, it's your job.
And not playing is what's going to make him look worse going forward. So that's the biggest part of the reason I think that he is going to play. So, but it'll be fun to watch a disgruntled Aaron Rodgers play. I think that'll be fantastic, especially if they lose. I think that'll be funny.
I mean, we could either get him completely tanking on purpose, but making it look like an accident, or we can get like a revenge tour like he did last year, and went off and threw 50 touchdowns and won MVP. Gotta call it a night. I have to be work early tomorrow. Great talk. Good night, all. Have a good one.
Don. Thank you, Don.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like I feel like we're gonna see one or the other. And last year, I thought we were gonna get the complete tanking of Aaron Rodgers on purpose because he was mad. Like I thought he was gonna try to screw them over. But then we got him come out and threw 50 touchdowns, like I said, and won MVP. So, this is like a same but different situation. It's still the same situation as it was going into last season. He was mad. And so now I'm back where I was, in July last year when we saw Aaron Rodgers going off the deep end because he was mad about Jordan Love. So, like, I just don't know what Aaron Rodgers we're going to see. I'm sold, in less than 11 days, my mind gets completely blown that he's going to play for the Packers one more year. But I don't know. I don't know what we're going to see this year.
Yeah, shall we put up that Tom Brady had a torn MCL in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, he had surgery like a month after the Super Bowl was over in his knee. I mean, I didn't see that it was a torn MCL. I just saw that he had a minor knee surgery.
That's still, you know what? I mean, I don't like him. That's still pretty impressive to play with that because I've had a strained one that hurt so bad that I couldn't hardly walk. So to play on
I've had a torn meniscus and I couldn't walk. So I definitely, get that. It was like, I don't know. Yeah, Rob, it was funny because like no one knew anything. And then like they didn't make like a big sports center like talk show about it. They just randomly had a small post that said Tom Brady out of knee surgery. And everyone's like, for what? And they just never said anything. Like they swept it under the rug like it didn't happen. Okay, well, you're pushing it, Robbie. Yeah, I tore my meniscus, and I didn't get to walk for like 6 months because I wasn't allowed to put any weight on it, and it was horrible. I got a pretty nice scar from it.
Yeah, all things considered. Hey, I mean, anything else that caught your eye in the last couple of days that popped up through the NFL that we should hit before we get to the...
I mean, have you heard about Richard Sherman?
No. Why did I not know? What did I miss there?
Dude got arrested in Seattle 3 days ago, and he just got out of jail today. Apparently, his wife called the cops and said, hey, He's belligerent. He's breaking into my parents' house. But the next day, she talks to the reporters and says, he never did anything wrong. He never hurt me. But he got arrested for domestic abuse and robbery. He got out for $10,000 today, and they were having a trial today. Yeah, he tried to break down the door at his in-laws' house, but it was like domestic abuse and robbery were his charges.
Jesus Christ. What?
Yeah. And then, this was in Seattle at like 6 a.m. Then a thing comes out in Washington that he has a hit and run charge that's still being investigated. And I'm like, what? Why are you throwing away your career right now?
I don't understand at all. When you have everything like that, why would you just potentially throw it all away over a domestic dispute? I mean,
Yeah, but like there was no dispute, I don't think. Like he just tried to break into their house. Okay, well, they made it seem like it was like Washington D.C. when I read that, so leave me alone. It didn't say Washington State.
dude.
Like the way that it was worded, it sounded like I was reading a news report from like the Washington football team's like news reporter. Like it felt like it was like East Coast, Washington D.C., not Washington State. But also the other football player news was a familiar name in scandalous things, but this time wasn't his fault. So when I say Dwayne Haskins, what is the first thing you think of?
Cut.
Oh, I was thinking strippers, but
I was really trying not to go there. I was just thinking like he's gonna not be playing football.
oh no, he got beat the shit out of by his girlfriend last night, and he called the cops on her. She like busted his mouth and knocked his teeth out, and and so his girlfriend got arrested last night.
Well, good for him that he didn't beat her ass.
That's what I'm saying. Like, from his reputation that he's created in the last 12 months, as soon as I heard the thing, I watched a video on it that his girlfriend punched him in the mouth, and I was like, is she dead? No, she's in jail. He called the cops and said, get this woman away from me. I can't remember what they said they were arguing about, but yeah, she busted him. She punched him right in the mouth a couple times.
But there you go. That's the smartest thing he could have done. He did the right thing. Congratulations, Dwayne Haskins.
Now I know that's probably the best thing he's ever done for himself.
I'm just saying, God, that's that could have went so many other ways, and he did the right thing by not retaliating.
I feel like I remember, but like it's not coming to me right now. But he had like some small petty argument, and she got mad and just started wailing him in the mouth, and he called the cops in like their hotel room. After everything he's been through in the last year, when I saw that Dwayne Haskins' name got pulled up, and I said, oh no, what did he do? Which I think is fair.
Yeah, I mean, that's bad though. It's we always hear, the complete negative ends of everything. But, Dwayne Haskins probably won't be in the NFL very long at the rate that his life is going. But
you know what? I think he has the potential to do well in Pittsburgh, though. Like, I don't like Pittsburgh, and I'll never support them. But Ben Roethlisberger's days are numbered. And I'm not even saying years. I'm not saying weeks. I'm saying his days are numbered. He's got one big hit, and he's done. And, Mason Rudolph obviously is not their solution, or they would be willing to just let Ben go. But then they pick up Dwayne Haskins. So I'm thinking he's going to get play time.
Hey, how much money did Ben cut out of his salary to play this year? Did you ever catch that?
Like 14 million or something like that. Like he's getting like a close to a base quarterback pay.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Hey, what's
Wow.
up, AZ? I'm right there with you though. I'm hoping their Suns don't lose another game.
Yeah, I don't think you'll see Chris Paul mess up again. I really
Not
don't.
not like that. Not like that.
I mean, all this negativity, I really think that we should go into something way more positive. Uh, I'll start on the Reds this weekend. I am super stoked. I mean, I'm glad. But Michael Lorenzen will officially be with the team on Friday night.
He's gonna be in the bullpen,
Yeah,
which I think
I
is
don't
like the
think you'll.
smart. I think it's the smartest move for David Bell. Like smartest temporary move.
I don't think he's going to ever go back to being a starter because of how many shoulder issues that he was having when he started pitching. But here's the thing: you're putting a guy in the back end of the bullpen that throws over 100 miles an hour, that has a fantastic off-speed pitch, and can really help close out games. So one more strong arm back there gives you one more inning of feeling good about yourself, which gets them one step closer to winning.
Also, everybody's saying goodnight, Rob. So, good night, Rob.
I think Rob's going to go watch on TV and he's not going to be in the chat. I think that's what he
Okay,
said.
okay. I just like started seeing all these messages said night, Rob, and so I just wanted to make sure I got that said. And AZ, yeah, it is the refs versus the Suns. There was a lot of missed calls, and yeah, there was the Devin Booker one, but there were so many before that one for that one to not matter if the rest of them got called.
That game was ugly, AZ, for sure.
It was ugly, but
Ugly.
they're gonna bounce back in Game 5. They're gonna take this one a lot easier. Um, yeah, I'm super stoked that Lorenzen's coming back, bullpen or starter. Like, I don't care. I'm happy with the starters we have. I know Sonny Gray's having a little bit of issues, like staying healthy, but it's all minor things. He's not gone that long. Castillo is getting better, like much better. And we've got Gutierrez, and as of basically a rookie or whatever, he's pitching very well, and he's good at handling pressure. Like bases are loaded, no outs. He's able to calm down enough to, get through that inning without blowing a game. And then Art Warren went to the 10-day IR yesterday.
Okay, well, so that's gonna be the spot that Lorenzen fills. So we won't see any other roster moves tomorrow.
Oh yeah, Shelby said, "How about the free agents that didn't get picked up?" Chris Godwin. I know Rob just left the chat, but Chris Godwin was one of those people, and I don't think they signed him. Or they no, I think they re-tagged him. Which means if they don't figure that out, Chris Godwin is gone. And yeah, he's not Mike Evans, but I feel like he's just as crucial to that team as Mike Evans, just in a different way.
Yeah, he has to play on the franchise tag this season.
Yeah, I mean, but they're paying him $15 million, so
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's 16. It's 15.9.
15. Oh yeah, I was like 15.8 or 15.9, but still, like, I feel like it sucks, especially for a player that's like, I know I want to play here my whole career or whatever. Like the feeling of being franchise tagged again sucks, but I think it's a positive for him because like, he's going to be making extra money every year. Your franchise tag, the amount of money you make is like doubled. And so he's making more money. So if the Bucks decide not to pick him up, he's going to be fine with taking a little bit less money next year somewhere else because he
Well,
has made all this money.
uh, yeah, I the Zach Ertz to the Cardinals is a very interesting thing.
I mean, N'Keal Harry, I don't think they should want him right now. Their wide receivers are fine. They're actually pretty stacked. The only thing is like the uncertainty of Larry Fitzgerald's, going forth.
I think he retired, didn't he?
He said like 3 days ago he was unsure. And Zach Ertz, I mean, if they're gonna get a healthy Zach Ertz, I think that'll like really just
Wow, I feel like that's coming to an end, honestly, Johnny. I feel like Deshaun's. I think they're gonna lock this thing down and settle it pretty quick.
yeah, I mean, I think Deshaun Watson, that's what he wants. Like I feel that I mean, unless, it's all true and he's just trying to get past it so he can, do whatever they need him to do to get through it. But I mean, I feel like he is innocent, and I think he's doing whatever it takes to speed this up because he wants to play football. Let's be real; he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah, this league suffers without, truthfully, they'll suffer without Deshaun Watson or Aaron Rodgers because those guys put up numbers.
Put up numbers, make them money.
Nikhil, yeah, I see
Yeah,
that.
I know that N'Keal Harry is trying to find a new home. Like, I know that he's looking to go out, but I just I could feel like he could go anywhere right now. But like I don't think Arizona's really looking for any more wide receivers because they not only did they pick up AJ and they've got D Hop and I can't even remember everybody they have right now, but they also got Rondale Moore in the draft. So that kid is one like another Tyreek Hill as long as he can catch as good as he can run. And two, like they're so stacked in the offensive weapon category other than the tight end. So I don't see them going after N'Keal, but I've seen crazier things. I didn't think
But
AJ Green was going to be a Cardinal this year.
here's the thing that's cool about that. They've built a solid offense, but yet they are not being content. They have a little bit of money left that they can throw out there, and they are looking to add players to that. Because guess what? You can never be too good. If you can add an extra player within your salary cap, then go for it. I'm so impressed with Arizona.
Well, I had a talk with one of the guys I work with, and he said they think that the team roster needs to be extended like 5 more positions, especially with the fact of them adding an extra regular season game. And, I sat and thought about that for a couple of days, and I think that's really smart, to have a little bit extra depth per team. Because that's what happens to, like, look at San Francisco last year. They had no depth. Everyone got hurt in the first 2 weeks, and they were just scraping by all season. But, you fill that spot with 4 or 5 extra spaces, and I think that would really make a difference on a team.
I don't know. It's almost like they should be able to put 4 or 5 guys. I mean, I don't think leave their active roster that high, but if they could put 4 or 5 guys on the practice squad that they can pull up and down, back and forth without, making them part of the regular roster. So, like at the beginning of the week, you pick 5 guys that are going to be inactive for the game, and you put them on the inactive roster. I'd like to see it like that. That'd be kind of cool.
Right. Yeah, Fitzgerald is part owner of the Suns, and I think they said Rodgers was the part owner of the Bucks. And so I just thought it was really, I don't know, I read something about it, and I thought that was interesting. But yeah, I mean, it could make a difference if the Suns win a ring and Larry Fitz gets a ring for being a part owner, But I mean, I think it comes down to how his body's feeling. Because, I mean, he loves football, and he's been one of the best for who knows how long, like 10 years at least. And if he wants to keep going, I think it's all up to how his body feels.
Yeah, I feel like Larry Fitzgerald has been, like the backbone of that offense, to be honest. I mean, they've had guys come through there and go through there.
It's kind of just like the whole Julio Jones in Atlanta. Like, Kyle Pitts can't do everything. They got Calvin Ridley, but, like, Julio leaving, they're going to do even worse this year somehow.
Yeah, I hate to see that too because Kyle Pitts is an absolute stud. If there's a stud that came out of that draft, I mean,
Kyle Pitts was the best player to come out of that draft.
yeah, I agree. And between we had it down that there was three players that we wanted to see in Cincinnati, and Kyle Pitts was probably the highest on that list, other than the offensive lineman, just because of a need. So yeah,
Right.
I that guy's a stud. I hope Matt Ryan has a good year this year. I hope Atlanta rebounds a little bit, and I hope that because I feel bad for Matt Ryan. I really do. He's a good quarterback.
I mean, Atlanta. It's just like when I was talking about Detroit. I mean, Atlanta's at least been to a Super Bowl, but like they've had a very similar career, like as a team. Atlanta has made Super Bowl runs, but at the end of the day, they choke, and Detroit just chokes in the regular season. And so they're basically the same team. Just every once in a while, Atlanta does something all right. But Atlanta also had like Michael Vick in his prime, and but that goes back to looking at Detroit 30 years ago. They had some of the best offensive players ever, and couldn't do anything with them. Like Calvin Johnson had like the shortest career of a Hall of Famer ever.
Yeah. So we're gonna get back to the Reds. So the Reds have this 3-game series. God dang it, Shane. Oh,
You're jumping all over the place.
I just made a mistake. Anyway, so the Reds are gonna have this 3-game series with Milwaukee. Um, I think they really need to come out tomorrow night and put a hammer on it and start and blow that game open. I think if they win the first game going away, that they might be able to sweep again.
Yeah, 100%. That would be super, super sick to see. Put us only one game behind going into the Mets. But yeah, I agree, Tanner, Barry Sanders. It just sucks because they had some of the greats that we all look up to on their team and just never did anything. And I feel so hard for their fan base, their team, just everything. I feel so hard for all of Detroit sports.
Yeah, I mean, just think. I mean, Barry Sanders and Megatron, that's two of the best to ever play the game at those positions. And Barry Sanders is like, F this, I quit. I'm not gonna get broke out here, and he retired early.
So did Megatron.
I mean, how bad does it have to be within an organization to quit like that? Just to basically quit, give up making all that money.
I mean, look at Andrew Luck, man. Like it's kind of the same situation. They wouldn't fix his offensive line. He didn't want to die, so he retired early. And I feel like that was the same thing. It's like Calvin Johnson, Barry Sanders. Like you're wasting my time. You're wasting my talent. I can't do this. And they were just loyal because everyone from Detroit is loyal.
And look at it, and look at Detroit sports. Detroit sports has had a lot of great players. They just haven't had a lot of great teams.
Yeah, basically.
That that's horrible.
Just like Atlanta.
Yeah, Detroit is cursed.
Detroit is 100% cursed, and no one will ever change my mind. I've lived long enough to see that to be true. And I feel, like I said, I feel so bad. I mean, I used to say that about the Cleveland Browns, but their times finally came, so I can't feel bad for them anymore. What they do, if they lose now, that's their own fault.
Dude, if they lose this year, if something happens and they lose this year, oh,
Yeah, okay, Shelby, I respect that comment, but except for Trevor Lawrence, because Trevor Lawrence straight up said, "I'll take my family over playing football," and like, yeah, that means a lot, but he's got the worst attitude in football. So yeah, I respect that comment 100%, but to everyone except for Trevor Lawrence, he's just arrogant. and
Yeah, I don't.
he's going to get killed.
Yeah, I'm
He's
not
lucky he's fast.
not a fan of him either. Gotta say. So back to the Reds game, and going forward, the trade deadline's coming. It looks like if they play well at least this next series, they're going to try to win. I mean, really, they may try to go for it. Uh, who knows what they're going to let go of? They got a ton of people they could trade or let go of. I don't even want to speculate.
I don't either, because every time I think about it, I get all worked up. My buddy Joe at work, he talks to me about it every once in a while. He keeps bringing it up, and I'm like, look, I don't want to talk about it because I get sad about it. Because someone I like is going to be gone.
Yes. And yeah, I can't get into the notion of it. Honestly, I kind of hope that they just kind of go with the flow with what they got and try to win with the team that they have and with everybody coming back off the DL. But they may make a change. The only thing I can see them effectively, and I love Kyle Farmer, is is going out and getting a shortstop, and like you said, Trevor Story.
I told you, man, it makes sense. I hope it's not Moose. Yeah, I mean, we're not going to get Moose back until August either way. So, I mean, the way Suarez has been playing at third base, I don't even want him to move Suarez to bring Moose back. Like, I love Moose. I love the Kansas City team. That's where he came from. Like, I love him. But Suarez has gotten so hot playing at third base right now that nobody needs to take a spot. He needs to stay there. And if that means we have to let Moose go, that is probably the one person that it'll still hurt, but I can accept it.
Well, here you go, Shelby. I mean, I know how you feel there, but here's the thing: are you gonna bench Jonathan India to let Moustakas come back and play? And the answer to that is you can't afford to bench Jonathan India because of his on base percentage in the leadoff spot. So if they trade anybody, I'm with Alex. I think Moose would be the one on the block. However, his contract is high dollar. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they paid too much money for him to have so little production. It would only help the team. Is Richard Sherman trash? I don't think so. I mean, I think he's one of the better cornerbacks in the league. And he was playing with San Francisco in the Super Bowl era, or in their Super Bowl run against the Chiefs, and he deserved to be there. What if we put India to short and have Moose back at second?
I disagree.
I think the lineup we have right now, the only thing like you said, is maybe getting someone to replace Farmer and have him just plug in to give someone an off day. No, I don't think he's trash. I just think he did some dumb things while he was trashed.
I'm not a big fan, Deletion, of taking players out of their given position where they start. And I know Indy is a third baseman. I got you. But he was put in to play second base. He's learned second base at a major league level. I think that I'm not a big fan of moving people out of their comfort zone unless that's their job, a la Kyle Farmer.
Listen, he may be a third baseman, but like I said, we can't take Suarez off third baseman right now. He is playing the best ball he's played all season. He needs to stay there because if not, he's going to go back to being the terrible hitter and make the dumbest mistakes.
Yeah, we discussed that crazy junk earlier, and I can't fathom why anybody would do anything to risk their career in the NFL, whatever the case may be.
Especially with a big name like that. No, there's so many flaws in that story too. Because I said his wife is the one who called the cops, but his wife is the one telling them that he didn't do it now. And so, just going to wait until they find out what happened with him, and then that be that. No, Shelby, I understand you don't want to buy another jersey this year. I mean, you can get a Castellanos jersey.
India.
I thought about getting an India jersey.
I'm getting it. I'm going to get an India or a Castellanos jersey.
I mean, I already got my Wink jersey, but whoever I can get in red, if I can get a custom jersey, then that's going to change everything. But if I'm limited in the red jerseys, uh, then I'm going to take who I can get. I'm not going to get a Votto jersey, and it's not because I don't like Joey, but that's because that's the easiest jersey to get because
Agreed.
everyone has a Votto jersey.
I want an India or a Castellanos. Those are
I
the two
just feel
that
like I need to get a Castellanos jersey because I got a Winker, and so I already got half of our All Stars this year. Wonder if the Arizona Diamondbacks will get anyone work a darn at
I
deadline.
I think they're going to sell if they do anything and try to build prospects up because they're not winning right now, and they haven't been good for a while, and they lost Goldschmidt, which was a franchise player. I think they need to build up some. I think they need to build up some prospects in the minors and start rebuilding that team because it seems like they're just kind of sliding along in last place in the West.
I mean, they're right now the worst record in baseball, and I don't know what went so wrong. They kicked our ass at the beginning of the year. Like, we couldn't beat them.
Yeah, they were. I mean, they were up in the standings. They were competing, and then after that, they've lost like I can't. It's an ungodly amount of games in the last 30.
I mean, they're like over 20 games back. Yeah, they've had a rough year. I mean, like I said, they started hot, but so did the Royals. The Royals looked like they were going straight to the World Series, and then they lost like a lot of games in a row.
Got a little bit of room tonight since we're 5 minutes past the top of the hour. Got a little bit of room tonight for some extra commentators. If anybody wants to come up and hang out, there is the link.
Yeah, for sure.
So you going back with that. I mean, I'm really curious. I hope this next week goes well, and I hope. I don't really want to see them trade anybody. I would rather see them just do it with what they got.
I mean, the team they have is enough.
They do have enough to win.
Like, literally the only person I like at the end of the day, like I said, was Moose. Like, that is the only person, and not even because I want him gone or because he's hurt or because Suarez at third, is because it's just going to help our money situation in the long run.
Well, here's the thing. It's a contract year.
But look at it. Wink's still on his rookie contract. He's going to be wanting to be paid. And then if we want to keep some of our key players, we're going to need some money. We don't need to be spending all of our money on some guy who's been on the IL more than he's played.
But at the end of the day, I mean, and at the end of this season, it doesn't matter how it turns out. We've got to accept the fact that Castellanos can't opt out.
I mean, I do know that, and it
and
really
with
sucks.
the year he's having, he's gonna pull max bank if he goes into the free agent market after this year. So for him to say that he's going to hang out and not opt out is not realistic. He's probably opting out.
I mean, hey, what's up?
Hey.
I don't know. I think like he's got a very strong connection with these guys in Cincinnati, and so he has that opportunity to opt out. But like, what if they do make a playoff run? Like what if they do really well? Like I don't think that means he's just gonna opt out. Like I think he's starting, like, being in Cincinnati has really grown on him, and like he's starting to just have fun with all of these guys that are playing around him. And yeah, like with that being said, I don't think he's just gonna like be like, nah. And so I think that if they have a successful ending to this season, he will stay and he will play.
I don't know who we're talking about.
Nick Castellanos.
Oh, yeah, I think he'll stay.
Well, I mean, he straight up said, as long as I'm winning, all I want to do is win. I spent my whole career losing, and I can't blame him
Hey,
for wanting to win.
hey, to Tanner, there's another guy from Detroit that won it out that was playing awesome ball in that city.
Which one?
Castellanos.
Oh, yeah, Castellanos. Didn't he get drafted there? Yeah.
Yeah, he said, I was reading an article about when he went to the Cubs, how nice it felt to be in an organization that expected to win and had the fans behind their back, and that's what he liked about Chicago.
I think that this second half of the year, they opened up fans just last month, and if Great American can sell out all these home games and just be insane for them, I think it's just going to help their momentum.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah, I mean, and there's a couple guys right there. I mean, I really still think Castellanos will opt out unless they win the World Series. I mean, I really do. I think he's gonna take money and pick where he plays. He's gonna get the right contract, and he's gonna pick where he plays. And I can't begrudge a man for taking the kind of money he's gonna be offered when he leaves. He's gonna be offered like Trevor Bauer money, if not, I mean, in that ballpark. So,
Yeah.
But that being said, and Moustakas is a high cost. There's going to be a little bit of money to play with. The question I come back to is, do you think we will re-sign Tucker Barnhart?
I hope so. I mean, he's playing his best ball this year.
I mean, this is it. He's on a contract year. It comes down to it. I mean, I think that's somebody they'll need to consider. I'm almost sure that the Aquino project is over. I don't know that they're going to hang on to him unless Castellanos leaves. He's produced, but he's not gotten that much of an opportunity with Winker and left. And well, that's same for Shogo. I mean, these guys haven't had a chance to play. And
I mean, Shogo's been playing a lot of center field.
Was until here recently, and then he's not again. But anywho, I'm pretty happy with where we're at. I was more stoked about talking about the All Star game and talking about that Suns game really brought me down a notch today. Took away my Reds momentum.
Well, I mean, it sucks. This is the longest streak we have days that we've had without Reds baseball. And, we were getting into a really good routine of our stream, like leading off with the Reds and then following with, the finals or the NBA playoffs and then whatever following that. But, I've been in a weird spot this week, not having baseball almost every day. And I didn't even want to watch the All Star game because I was just like, I want to watch a Reds game. And so, I don't know, it's been a weird week. I've just been paying attention to everything else because, at the end of the day, the All Star game is just for fun. And, I kind of, just took a step back from the It's in the Blood channel and just kind of was just, sitting here staring at it I feel like I should be doing something, but I feel like I have nothing to do because the Reds aren't playing baseball. And so I just been putting all my energy into the Card Sharks channel this week because it's just been a break. I don't know, the All-Star break for the Reds were an actual this felt like a break for us.
Hey, I'm going to ask you, and you can be completely honest though. Doesn't ripping packs of cards and making videos for that feel like a break? Just doing that.
I mean, it's like going to the casino.
Feels like the best thing
it's
ever.
Like gambling. You spend $20 on a box of cards that could end up being worth nothing, or it could be worth hundreds of dollars. Yeah, that's the box that we bought over the week. That's what I've done instead of putting my energy into this channel.
Not to mention the ones that didn't show up.
Yeah, we got some coming in the mail. Also, show that baseball. I bought 3 of these yesterday. I'm gonna make a video for Card Sharks of us opening them. If anybody ends up being pretty cool out of them, we might throw those into when we do our next giveaway. Whoever wins, we'll let them choose which one out of the 3. I'm hoping they were like $10 each, so I'm hoping like there's at least someone cool in them. Uh, I don't know yet, but we're just like thinking like outside of the box because like it at the end of the day we can get Pokemon cards like easy, but the sports card market is still so aggressive that I'm
is, man.
struggling. It's either go broke and have hardly any, or just wait until some come out and you can get lucky to buy them at retail. But yeah, I got some select baseball. We got some absolute baseball. We got some top series 2 baseball. Baseball are the only cards we can really find. We did pick up some soccer though, like men's soccer. It's something new. We just figured we got our hands on them. So
no, man,
pretty cool.
What variety is the spice of life, and and the fact is that there's anytime you buy something, there's something that's set aside out of those packs that's epic. Your odds are not great, but the chances are that you're going to get something.
I've always got cards ready in case someone's like, let's open cards.
Hey, I just don't. And before we get out of here today, don't forget to look over in the private chat for StreamYard. I left you a link. Okay.
Yeah, I'll check it out when I get off. Here. I'm actually gonna go ahead and pull it up in another tab just so I don't lose it. Oh yeah, she got some women's soccer. Yeah, we bought a lot of cards this week.
I'm gonna go over by Walmart. I'll probably go by Walmart in the morning because tonight they're stocking tonight.
If I can get up before I have to go to work in the morning, I'll come over.
What time do you work tomorrow?
11. If I can get myself up early enough, I'll come by in the morning.
I'm gonna go over when I wake up.
And if you get up and you go over there and they have some football or basketball stuff and I'm not able to get up in time, you have to call me and let me know because I'll make her go get them.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't go in till 3, so I have some time.
She's got plenty of time.
Yeah, even if Alex doesn't get up, I'll try. Yeah, I'll try to make you get up.
The sports cards, like I said, like they haven't slowed down. They haven't backed off. They're just as aggressive, if not more aggressive right now. And so, like, the only thing we can get our hands on are baseball. I've gotten every kind of baseball card you can think of, like, types of boxes. Yeah, and then we can get the score football, but I've been told that those are, like, the worst out of all of the types of football packs. But we're really looking for NBA and NFL. If I can get my hands on some more of those Chronicle boxes, because that's a video that we're going to have be released tomorrow on the channel, because that's what I'm going to do when I get off here. We're going to get that Premiere set up. I finished editing today. If we can get our hands on more of those Chronicle boxes, I'll be really happy because I'm really happy with those cards.
I wouldn't mind snagging some more like hockey fat packs or something, but probably not going to happen since the season's over.
Yeah, I mean, we're doing our best to get as many different types of cards as we can since we can't get the ones we are desperately looking for without spending extra money to buy them.
Yeah, I should go back to the buy sell trade place, even though I didn't have any luck with all those futures cards with all the minor league players from the early 90s. I was really hoping something cool was going to come out of one of those packs, but those were all pretty much trash.
Yeah, Mark, I talked with him and I told him I got some cool Cubs cards and he's pulled some cool Reds cards. And so he was like, hey, if you get anything cool, like I'll buy them or we'll trade. And I told him, I was like, well, whenever you buy them or we trade, I'm just going to throw in those Iowa Cubs cards for free. Like you can just have them because like you're the only person I know that's going to appreciate having something like that. And I don't have any use for Iowa Cubs cards.
No.
There was quite a few of them, too.
Yeah, there's probably like 6 or 7. And I don't even know what team was for the Reds in that, but I don't think we had any.
We didn't have any.
And so, I mean, I'll let him look through all of them if there's any of the other players he wants, but I'm gonna give him. I told him I'd throw those Iowa Cubs cards in for free.
There was only 2 players out of those futures cards that ever made the major leagues that I had.
That's so crazy. Out of all that
Yeah, but you
stack.
got them for like $1 each, didn't you?
Oh yeah, they were 99 cents a pack.
Yeah, so like it's not like you wasted your money.
Oh no, they was fun to open because I didn't know what could be in there.
Yeah, I mean that's the awesome part about us. We found a website that we can buy, which is above retail price, but sometimes they do clearance and deals and stuff, and that's when I snag the cards off of there, and we can get older packs. And so when we go and open them, we don't know what we're looking for because it's way before we ever started opening cards. And so much
Right.
has changed since then. So, like, we've had a lot of fun opening, like, different years of different cards.
We've honestly found some good stuff.
Yeah. Like those 2017 or 2018, 2019 football cards, out of all of those, we've been pulling some good stuff, which we'll have them posted on the channel eventually. We have so much content recorded that it's crazy.
Yeah, you got to start cleaning out the phone. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's another thing. It's just that that's the key to those type of channels is content, and if you keep rolling it out like that, it's going to grow fairly fast. And then with every week or two, I'll put out one just for to get out there. It's a lot of content, so that's a good thing. I think that one will probably take off pretty good at some point.
But we actually had one of our shorts like semi take off the other day. It hit like 500 something views, and like that's a lot for us. We're used to like 20 being a lot. It hit like 550 or something like that.
That's awesome.
Also, Shelby Bucci said hello.
Hello.
You were frozen for a second, so I didn't know if you saw it.
Yep. I don't know what's going on. I can be
You're
perfectly
good right
fine.
now.
Like, see, that's the thing. Like, it'll be perfectly fine for a minute, and then it'll just all of a sudden just like black out, and then the circle will come up. So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, like right this second, you're like perfect.
Yeah, and I can't tell because like,
yeah,
it's just so hard to tell. But and my phone, I could be on my phone and it'd be perfectly fine, and then all of a sudden I get on my laptop and it's just trash.
Understood. I mean, it took me how many months to fix my internet on my laptop?
True.
Till like Monday.
That's true.
But it's done well, so I'm pretty happy.
It looks like it's doing good.
It hasn't frozen any, knock on wood. There's no wood there. Where'd you go, Dad?
I think he was getting a phone call.
Oh. Also, Marky said hi to you as well.
Oh, hi, Marky.
It was a few minutes ago, but I just figured you saw it.
I had it on full screen, so I didn't see this.
Also, I'm pretty stoked for everybody who showed up tonight and everybody who's still in here. Time to upgrade to a desktop. Yeah, both of us need to, but the thing is like our internet's not great, so it's almost like not worth it yet.
That's
like
the
once
only
we
issue.
Get a house that we can have better internet than what we have, then I feel like we'll be able to upgrade to a desktop for both of us and we'd be fine.
Yeah.
So straight up though, your stream has been perfect again.
That's what I was just saying. Like, I'm so impressed. I just like disabled a bunch of stuff in the Ethernet cable settings.
Hey, you know what? I might need your help because did you see what happened to me tonight earlier?
I didn't see anything wrong with you. He was like, I can't hear you. But I was watching and you were perfectly fine. You never cut out or anything.
Well, that's good. I did see where my signal got weak for a minute there.
Yeah, you were fine the entire stream. Like, I was really confused when he kept saying that because, like, I was like, I'm watching it. Like, you're fine. Nobody was messed up out of all three of you.
Cool. That makes me feel better because I thought it was.
I think it might have just been on his end. Yeah, we've had a good night.
Heck yeah! Everybody comes
It's been
over
pretty
and
steady
hangs
little
out.
stream.
I mean, your stream and over here, we've done fairly well today, and I'm pretty happy with it.
Oh, for sure, Marky.
Yeah,
The
my
only problem that
Ethernet
I'm
cable.
really having.
Yeah, my Ethernet cable was like working, and then like every like 10 minutes or so, it would just turn off for about 5 to 8 seconds, long enough to make me mad, and then turn back on. But it would just keep doing that. So I had to like disable a bunch of settings in the Ethernet settings, which was super weird. But once I did, it stopped doing it.
I would run an Ethernet cable, but I'm using a MacBook Air and there's no port for it. So if I want to use an Ethernet cable, I have to buy an extension,
Yeah,
which sucks. But
because
and
Apple,
I
and
don't
Apple's
stream as
expensive.
much as and I don't stream as much as Alex does, so I don't feel like I need to waste the money on it right now. When here in a few months, we'll probably start building a desktop or something, or buy one at least.
True. Yeah, our Wi-Fi just sucks. Our internet just sucks in general.
Our internet's garbage.
But I'm telling you, these last two streams have been beautiful. I haven't had to say you're froze or haven't had to go. Not one time.
Yeah. It makes me happy because, like, you know, you guys laugh about it, but deep down, like, I'm in a full rage every time that happens.
I know.
Because I can't tell until after it happens.
I hate to make light of a bad situation, but it's better to make light of it and then have you just go ballistic.
Well, thank you, Marky. He said it's running mint.
I really
feel
is.
like I love when people say that. Like, it's running. It's mint.
Dude,
I'm
I'm a big fanboy of just listening to Aussies talk.
Honestly, Marky's one of my favorite people, and every time he comes on your stream or he posts a new video, I go watch it just because I like listening to him talk.
Yeah, he's one of them. He's one of them overall really just cool guys that I enjoy.
Yeah, I love Marky. Well, while we got a couple minutes before we shut down,
go for it.
Which one? Drop a comment in the chat. Football or baseball? Tell Ethan I said hi. Hi, Ethan. Are you watching?
Food? Ethan's asleep.
Oh, good night, Ethan.
Who's
Love
Snoop
you.
No.
I don't know. All right, drop a comment in the chat. Football or baseball? Everybody, and go.
Oh, that's
all. So baseball has.
We've been doing all right with those.
All right, we got one more. We got to have a tiebreaker. That's the wrong kind of football, though.
I know. I did that on purpose.
This one has 20 cards. This one has 60
you
cards.
Want to open some
football? We got some football, but those are not part of the option. All right, we need a tiebreaker comment. So someone comment football or baseball. There's more cards in the football.
We've had good luck with the Diamond Kings. But
hey, I got an idea.
Or drop a comment and say both. Someone has to comment something. Oh, Shelby didn't even see your football comment because you only commented on Facebook.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, it's on both.
Scroll down.
It's on both.
Oh,
I see it.
Well, my chat, it said like all it normally says all, so if you type in, it goes to both, but it was just on the Facebook one.
Oh, yeah, it showed up on both. It has the little logo on it. It says the little F and then the YouTube logo.
Shelby, I can't help but notice you didn't drop a comment in the chat.
I don't have it pulled up.
Did Jordan get a baseball card?
Yes.
Yes. Michael Jordan.
He was playing for the White Sox, and I can't remember, but it was like it was a AA prospect card or something like that.
I don't know if I had a dream that it happened, but I feel like I did, that I pulled a Deion Sanders baseball card.
Deion Sanders with the Atlanta Braves, and he played with the Reds too.
No, it might have been.
I think we have one.
I could have been real, but like. All right,
we might have one.
I'm gonna rip the baseball.
Just open both.
Because Marky said baseball, and if you still want me to open the other one, I will.
Just open both.
All right.
I can't drop a comment because I don't have the YouTube stream pulled up.
20 cards. You can find 3 short prints,
that red frame.
2 inserts. The red frame, the artist proofs that we believe are one of ones. All right. Here's what we got. We're starting off with a Arizona rookie card.
Very nice. You want to go full screen?
Oh.
Yeah, I can go full screen. Let's go. Oh, I clicked at the same time he did. Dad, stop clicking it. I said I could do it. All right. Andy Young, rookie. Chris Bryant, Chicago. Rookie, Jamai Jones. Joe Cronin.
Nice old one.
Luis Patino, another rookie. We're getting a lot of rookies out of this one. I think we've pulled this card before.
I think we have the Lou Gehrig. I don't know if it's the same one.
Oh,
but
we got Bo.
The boy Bo.
Oh, Manny Machado.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, yeah.
It looks nice.
It does look nice. Mickey, how do you say that last name, Dad?
I can't read it.
Moniak. It's a rookie.
I don't know it, though.
Christy Mathewson. Here's an old one. Luis Giolito.
He's good.
Right, here's our red border. Milwaukee. Oh! If he was playing better, I would be more excited about this, but still pretty nice.
That one might have some value.
And if not right now, eventually. Oh, speak of the devil, here's an artist proof. Trevor Story.
Heck yeah.
Now I hope he comes to the Reds, just because this possibly is a 1-of-1. Wait, what's this? Mookie Betts, Elegance. Okay, that's a pretty solid card. Here's the back of it.
I like that one.
It says you cannot say the name Mookie without the ooh sound. That's fitting. As a star outfielder, elicits plenty of oohs from the crowd with his jaw-dropping play in the field and at the dish. That incredible output helped the LA Great finish second in the voting for MVP in his first season with the club. Yeah, this one looks really nice.
It looks like a Disney card.
It kind of does. Here's another lithographs card. Walter Johnson.
Nice.
Bobby Dalbec. Debut. Or Sabu sounds as a Dodger. True. What we got? Sandy Koufax?
Yep. Great pitcher.
Pee Wee Reese?
Another good player.
Diamond Kings debut, Kyber Ruiz.
Yeah, I don't know who those are, but you need to probably sleeve them and keep them.
And our last card, Dalton Jeffries, rookie. We got mostly rookies and old former players in this one. But I seriously love the Diamond Kings packs for some reason. But this one I think could end up of some value.
I agree.
That one and the Trevor Story, if he comes to whatever team he comes to and does great things, if that's a 1-of-1, it could be worth something. All right, we have not opened any football cards on the channel. And I like these cards a lot. The former player cards might get some value in years to come. Yeah, I think I agree with you there. Especially if we get any former players that are not already in the Hall of Fame. Let her rip, tater chip. My dad's eating. You know what? I made a comment about Deion Sanders, and here's the first card.
Heck yeah.
All right. It's a pretty thick stack. So I know that you haven't seen too much of the scorecards. These have rookies from this year, but in their college uniforms.
I've seen some of them somewhere.
Well, I've posted some. Leonard Fournette, an actual Bucks card, because all the ones we've got before are Jags cards. Brian Dawkins. Okay. Tremaine Edmonds. I feel like he's an underrated linebacker. Dak. Comeback season as aboard us. Hey! There's the butt kicker. I've almost officially pulled all of my favorite kickers. What color parallel are we looking for? Purple. Purple parallels, and there's some of them numbered. And then there's all kinds of random other types of things. Yeah, but that's like all cards. James Bradbury. Okay, there's my favorite slot receiver. Cole Beasley. Kendall. Buzz Lightyear. I literally hate him so much more because of this picture. this makes me mad. This guy. Michael Vick. We were talking about him earlier, too. CJ Ham. I feel like he does not get talked about a lot because the fullback position is not really appreciated anymore. BJ Goodson. Oh, here's a solid Lions player who doesn't get a lot of credit. Amendola. Didn't he used to play with Tom Brady?
Uh-huh.
I thought so. Calvin Ridley. Also talked about him earlier with Michael Vick. Anthony Harris. He doesn't get credit because of, what's his name? I can't even remember his name right now. Nelson Aguilar, a new Patriot. J.C. Jackson. I think he's still there in New England. Christian Kirk. That was the wide receiver I was trying to think of earlier. Jeremy Chin. Don't know him. Nick Boza. Okay, this dude is a monster, and I hope he recovers well from that ACL injury because, like, that actually made me sad because this is, like, Chase Young talent. Noah Fant. Hey! Tony Gonzalez, but as a Falcon. Wow, that's pretty cool. I'm actually excited about that. Austin Eckler. Hey, what's up, Amanda? Oh, yeah, I forgot about these cards, but these are cool cards. So it has them in their college uniform also. Reggie Bush. And then on the back, it has the teams. Ew. This is the guy who goes to Detroit to die. JJ. A game face card. Christian McCaffrey.
That's a nice looking card.
Yeah, I like that. Trey Lance as a Bison. Oh, this is pretty cool. Okay, so it has like, there we go. I don't know if it's going to focus. But it has like a little bit of background on the player. Little bitch Brady. Deion Sanders, Champ Bailey, and Charles Woodson. What excellent company. I'm a huge Champ Bailey fan also, even though he was a Bronco. Probably last print of Deshaun Watson as a Texan. Oh, okay. I can mess with this card. A game face, Myles Garrett. You know what? I'll never have more respect from somebody to hit a racist in the head with his own helmet. Here's a Zeke 2014. Why is it not focusing right now? NCAA national champions, Ohio State. Here is Kyler. Next level stats. So I'm a big fan of these next level stats cards, honestly. I just think they look clean. Who's this? Luke Kuechly. Game face. Another Zeke card. He's washed up now, but still a cool card. Hey, this is the first Trevor Lawrence card we've pulled. Probably the first actual printed Trevor Lawrence rookie card as well. Like, I know there's other ones now, but I bet this was the first one that was printed. Another Aaron Rodgers. Who we got here? Ed Reed, Brian Dawkins, and Troy Polamalu.
Man, that's what safety's all about.
Yeah, no kidding. That's pretty cool. Cooper Kupp. He's all right. Who we got? Howie Long.
That's a sharp card.
Back when the Raiders were relevant. Maybe. I think these might all be Hey, this one's numbered. Jalen Darden out of 416. 460. Mean green. Yeah. Okay, I know you can't really tell on the camera, but this has, you can tell in the red that it's like sparkle. That's pretty nice. And then, okay, here's one of the purple parallels. It is a Tua Tagovailoa college and professional card. I was not expecting to pull a numbered card out of this. I don't know why. But, I mean, Jalen Darden's a solid rookie this year. Here's another purple parallel. The Greg Rousseau. I can't remember where he got drafted to. Yeah, I can't remember where exactly he got drafted at the moment. Somebody with a blue uniform, I'm pretty sure. Here's a purple parallel, Zeke. I don't know why we pulled so many Zeke cards. In this pack. I think they're trying to make him relevant. Purple parallel, Mason Crosby. Solid kicker.
Hey, Alex, Greg Rousseau went to Buffalo.
Buffalo, that's right. I don't know why I couldn't remember that. Quiddy Pay. Ricky. Zach Wilson. I haven't pulled him either. I think I've only pulled before today Trey Lance. So that's pretty cool. Sam Ellinger. I picked him up on my fantasy. Keyword trying. Jamar Jefferson. I don't think I remember him. Tommy Trimble from Notre Dame. The tight end. Here is another Jalen Darden non-parallel. Oh, well, now that I pull both cards, you can see the difference in cards. This is the base. And this is what it would look like, not base. So that's kind of cool. Javon Holland from Oregon. Michael Carter. Larry Roundtree. Oh, okay, so here's a solid rookie that I'm excited to see how he goes. How he does, not how he goes. I'm dumb. Brevin Jordan and another Greg Rousseau. But that one was the one that we got, the purple parallel. Honestly, that pack turned out better than I thought. I don't have any sleeves right now, but let's get Dad back in here eating his little chippies. Yeah, that's pretty solid. We got that Yelich card. There was like one other one. Oh yeah, the Trevor Story, the Yelich, and the Mookie Betts. I think the only base card I was excited was the Bo Bichette card, but yeah. So we got 3 solid cards here with the Bo Bichette and the Jalen Darden. I'm really excited for everyone to see that football video that we're going to drop tomorrow. It's only 40 cards, but I don't think we pulled one bad card out of that whole box.
That's awesome.
You were there with us when we recorded.
Oh, those are the ones from Florida.
Mm-hmm. I'm very, very excited. I can't wait to shout it to the whole world a million times when I get the premiere set up. Okay, so I just realized on this Tua parallel, on this very right side, you can barely see it, but there's words. And it says in dark purple that it says collegiate champions. So I think that's the theme of the ones with their uniforms and their college and current is their cards for players who have won championships in college. Who will probably never win championships in the NFL, but because I don't see Zeke or Tua getting a ring anytime soon. Check the Bush card to see. Oh. Let's check that. It was towards the front. Whoa, I clicked on something. A-Rod. Ooh. What did I do? You never know, though. They could have more. I'm pretty stoked about that. Yeah, on this one it does say that, but it's not in purple. It's in white. But you can actually, like, see that it says something. The other one in the purple, it was very hard to tell. But, yeah, thanks for checking for us, though, Amanda. We're sluts for some Pokemon cards. If Rob ever wins a giveaway, I'll send him this card, but I'll also send him the Jameis Winston card I pulled last week. We also did find when we re-looked through those hockey cards, and we did find some Tampa Bay players. I think they were just base cards, but if we ever do a giveaway and he wins, we'll hook him up with some Tampa Bay. We got plenty of baseball, but a little bit of football and a little bit of hockey. I don't think Tampa Bay has a basketball team. Well, Amanda, if you ever need some Pokemon cards, we are keeping our full sets, but then if you won't need any, we can help you out there.
You know what I meant.
No, you look sleepy.
I am sleepy. I had a long day. And
I don't really want to get off, but
if you can get anybody else to come up and hang out with you, you're more than welcome.
I don't have anything else to talk about. And I really got to get that video put up. Because it's going to take probably like 12 hours.
And ending on a really good note tonight. Got to open cards and had a really good broadcast. Yeah,
I'm still living for yours. Your Ohio River history live stream earlier today. It was pretty awesome.
That was nuts. Nuts.
It was a good day. It was a good day all around.
Well, we will see everybody Monday. Back with hopefully some good news through the weekend after the Milwaukee series.
And on Monday we have to work on our fantasy football league.
Yep, for sure.
So, Amanda, if you I haven't talked to Philip in I don't know, forever it feels like. But I know he wanted to, and if you want to, let him know that we're going to at least make a active attempt to start it. We have the link ready and everything to create the league, which I will create the league. I just have to know how many people. So I'll probably message you guys before Monday and ask you about it. And then if you can get a hold of Colin, at least ask him about it. And if he wants us to set him up a team for when he gets home, we can do that. But we have to know how many people.
He might want to do just an auto draft.
Well, I know he's going to want Lamar Jackson and probably Teddy Bridgewater as a backup. But, yeah, text Colin for sure and ask him. And if he says yes, just give him, a top, 2 players from each position. And then I can auto-populate the rest of the team for him.
Okay. All righty. Well, everybody, we'll see you Monday. Thanks for hanging out today. Please like, subscribe, and share.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely thank everybody that's here today. I know you made it in late, but that's okay, Amanda. We thank you for being here. Anyways, I know everybody I know that comes to our channel at any point in time are all on all opposite schedules. So, every time we get to see another name in here, it makes me happy. I'm glad to see Sonia stopped by today and a couple others as well. She hasn't been in here in about 2 months.
Yeah, it's been a minute, but they've
So
been good.
it was today was very nice. We're very appreciative. That we saw so many names pop up today, and I mean most of them came from you, but yeah, Tanner too. I don't think Tanner has only ever come over here one time.
The one that was interesting today, the one that had all the lawyer talk about Deshaun Watson.
I don't know who that is. They only posted one comment.
He posted 2, but I've never seen him before. Johnny Belmonte.
Oh, they posted 2? And Marky. Wow, it's always a good day when we can catch Marky.
It's always a good day when we got an Aussie in here.
Marky's my boy.
Yeah, this Johnny Belmonte had some interesting stuff.
Yeah, I saw them where they posted about the lawyer, but what else did they say?
I'm looking. There was 2 comments. I can't find the other one now.
Yeah, because I don't think that one existed.
I thought there was 2. Maybe I'm wrong.
And then Deletion Par, that's that kid who talks Reds with us.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the idea of moving India anywhere.
Well, I think he's a younger. I understand what he's saying though. It's hard to say bye to Moose. From a money perspective and, things like that, it's hard it's easy to say bye because he's going to save us a lot of money.
See, I think they're gonna actively try to get rid of him just so that they have money to try to give Castellanos to stay next year. That's my thought.
That's the one thing that I'm okay with. If I know that they're gonna try to save money to keep Nick, then I'm like, okay, do what you gotta. It's gonna hurt. She said, I just don't want to buy a new jersey. Literally, the one jersey she bought this year was Moose.
Yeah.
How many more trades do y'all think are going to happen before the trade deadline on the 30th?
A bunch.
I think there's going to be a lot this year because there's a lot of teams that declined, and I think they're going to try to get money or get cap space open and things like that going in. And then, big trades? Well, I think Trevor Story coming to Cincinnati would be a big trade. But I don't know. I think they're gonna the Cubs are gonna deal Javi and most of their stars. Whether or not they re-sign them or not, I think they're gonna deal most of their stars.
I think that's the team that's gonna sell quickly.
Yeah, I think it's the only one I can. I love watching. I'll try to get on next time. I got Coco Melon on the TV for the boys today. Heck yeah. I know that when we stream on Monday, it's probably not feasible for you to come watch because we do it at, 5 o'clock here. But, Thursdays we do it late at night, which is early in the morning for you.
Where? Who?
Marky.
It's like
7 a.m. there, right? 8 a.m.?
No, it's later than that. It's got to be like 6 o'clock.
What time is it there, Marky?
It's like 6 o'clock in the evening.
What? I'm pretty sure it's like 8 a.m. there right now.
It's 8 a.m. in like fucking Germany.
Your dad hates the Trevor Story trade idea. He just hasn't really sat and thought about it yet, but it makes a lot of sense.
I hate the Trevor Story idea.
Well, I mean, we do have a need for a full-time shortstop.
3 p.m. Okay, I was off by 3 hours.
Then I was only off by a couple. I mean,
7,
yeah, but
8. It's not
But
more.
I remember that one time he came in, and so maybe he came in on a Monday, and he was like, "It's like 7 a.m. here." So
That
it
would
must have
be-
been on a Monday, and I just got my days backwards.
Yeah. Like I said, if you got anybody else that you want to keep it going, but I need to go. Betty, bye. Tom.
Okay, is there anybody here that missed out on once anything they would like to talk about before I go? I'll just say that. If no one has anything good, then I understand.
Heck, it's been a good day.
Yeah, it's been a good day. I do need to get to bed. Also, call me in the morning.
I will.
I'm going to give it another minute. Did you watch the All Star game? Yeah, I watched 95% of it. Every once in a while, when there was a commercial break, I kind of walked out. And then, like, by the time I came back, I missed, like, a little tiny bit or something like that. I just, like, I never have been so bummed to not watch, like, a regular season baseball game. So it was kind of like, I don't know, sad. And so it was just like, I just want to watch baseball. But it was very cool watching the All Star game, and I was glad I got to see, like, the Reds players obviously started, but, like, there was a lot of players in there that, I have a lot of respect for, but because of either the teams they play on or them being in the AL or whatever, I just don't get to watch them play, so I enjoyed that. What do you think of the home run derby? I think Pete Alonso is amazing because he picked the one guy who could pitch the perfect ball every single time. I didn't watch the home run derby live. I just watched highlights, but today it was on TV, and I watched the whole thing. It was like a rerun, so I watched the whole thing of it today. So, like, the guy pitching to Pete Alonso, like, could not have pitched more perfectly for a home run derby. 42 first-time All-Stars. Yeah, that's pretty impressive, honestly. And so, I mean, it makes me happy to see it.
Yeah, I was a little underwhelmed by the home run derby. Just kind of.
I would have liked to see Shohei pitch at least 2 innings in the All-Star game, just because, like, I want to see him face all of the best bats in the NL. Like, not just 3.
I think it has to do with his pitching schedule this coming week.
Yeah, maybe, but it was like 3 strikes you're out. He didn't walk anybody. It was like immediate outs.
No, he did well.
Yeah, I mean, I think he would have been fine to pitch another inning. I feel like he wasn't warmed up enough in the first inning. Yeah. Yeah, they kept hyping him up so much I wanted to see him pitch more than an inning. Like, I think that was the only thing that was truly disappointing. It's because, like, the NL pitcher, he got to pitch 2 innings, and he was, like, the only pitcher to do that. And it was their starter. And so I was like, why did they take Shohei out so soon? The whole world wants to watch him pitch, and they want to watch him hit. Like, that's mostly why a lot of people were watching. But it's in the past now. Do you think the fact that he wants to pitch and be a designated hitter is the reason that he won't come to the National League and stay in the American League?
What's that?
I said, do you think the reason that Shohei won't leave the American League, he'll stay, or he'll stay in the American League is because he wants to pitch and be a designated hitter every game. I feel like that alone, that he wants that, is the reason he's never going to come to a National League team.
I'm not sure. I don't think he really cares. I think he just wants to play.
Yeah, but he's not going to go to a team that's not going to allow him to hit every day.
I bet he plays his whole career at Los Angeles.
I mean, I'd be fine with that.
I think he just wants to play.
Yeah, but he's not going to go to... I just heard myself.
Yeah, I was looking at something. Sorry.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah,
I could see him staying there. Yeah, I could see him staying there too. That's why I was just curious. Like,
well, I think they unloaded pool holes to maintain the parts of their team that they wanted to. So,
I mean, they've got a solid roster, to be honest. I mean, he could be a pinch hitter if he ever came to a National League team. Yeah, but I think he wants to be in, I think he said he wants to be in, the starting batting rotation of every game, basically. Other than, the off days that is occasionally granted to every player. That's a starter.
you ready to call this thing for the night, baby girl?
You yawned, and it just killed me.
I know.
I was fine until you yawned.
Okay, well, much love to everybody. Thanks for coming out tonight. We're calling it a day.
I can't wait to see all your shining faces on Monday.
On Monday. Later, all.
Have a good one.